Hey besties, welcome to your July tarot readings done by zodiac element signs. If you're new here, these are done in 4 different sections. This month they are done air signs, water signs, earth signs, and fire signs. As always, I just suggest you watch the entire thing, if not just for your sun sign, at least for your rising sign as well. But there's always a lot of beautiful collective messages across the board. If you're looking for specific guidance, you can look at the planet or the house that rules that and then listen to that element. So you can also check the description to see exactly when the elements start if you do want to jump ahead or jump around. But anyways, let's get into it for July. Air signs, water signs, earth signs, fire signs. Alrighty, we are starting off with air. So we have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And this is the World card. This is a major arcana card. 3 of the 4 cards for this month of July are major arcana cards. This is actually the last of the major arcana cards. So we start with the Fool as a 0 card, and then the World is the last card. So this is about the completion of a cycle. Always take note of the number 21. 2 plus 1 is 3 as well. I love this depiction of her because not just like the colors of the dress, which makes me think of like all the chakra colors. I like the yellow going through, and yellow represents joy in the aura, but I like the symbolism, the sacred geometry, right? So maybe sacred geometry is speaking to you. I like how she's like a part of this sacred geometry. It's like there's like energetics working through her. I'm not going to look up all those symbols, but there's something very strong about the energy of the sacred geometry and like what that means and what that stands for, right? This energy is about completion. It's about wholeness. It's a happy ending though. Here's the thing. Whenever I am asking about a situation and I pull the World, it's always very bittersweet because it is like acknowledging that yes, it is an ending, but it is a beautiful ending. It is a good ending. It is a happy ending. It is a needed ending, right? And so even if it's something that it's like we don't want or doesn't feel good, Spirit is literally saying like, no, like it served such a beautiful purpose. It served a great purpose. Like literally look at it from that standpoint, right? Like that you have reached a new level of consciousness, it's like you have to look at that experience and say, wow, that taught me so much. I leveled up. Because I was shown what I don't want. Now I know what I do want. Or like I pat myself on the back because I now I know I could deal with things different, right? It is just a very positive card. It feels like it's an encouragement right now this month to like know that like when one door closes, another 20 doors are gonna fucking open, right? Like it's almost like a nod on the I hear like a pat on the back from Spirit too of like saying congratulations, like you've done it. So I don't know if there's something that like it feels very specific. Like I don't know if there's something that you need to be congratulated for, or you feel like you're not like giving yourself congratulations for, you're not acknowledging, but Spirit is literally like acknowledging like you have been successful, you have put in the work, you have done the thing. This could apply to a relationship, it can apply to yourself, it can apply to a job, it can apply to any situation, but it's like, yes, like you did good, that ship has sailed, that has passed, like you are no longer that, like move forward and move on. You're literally like, it's like I hear like you're being asked to step forward, you're being asked to ascend, you're being asked to like welcome like all of the energetics and like all of the things that are coming, right? Like move forward in peace and grace and knowing that you're lighter and that you've done the work and that you've shifted things. A level of accepting things again in a positive light for like where you're at. And like there's a great Abraham Hicks, and she says like you're always exactly where you're supposed to be because you can't be anywhere else, right? And so that's just that. Let's see. Yeah, I also just hear like making sure you're following through, making sure you're completing the cycles, make sure you're doing the final things that you need to do. Make sure that you're literally like doing the final steps. So I don't know, air signs, if you have like a project coming up, if you have like you know what I mean? Like you've done, it even feels like, I've done this whole thing on myself. And then it's like, all I needed to do is like sign the paper. Right. And like, you just really say like, yes, this is who I am. This is what's happening. I've done it. Right. Like, it feels like there's like a level of like completion and taking the final step. So if you were on the fence about that, know that this is the time. Also, excuse me, I'm going to speak to Mercury retrograde and something. Bill Duvendak is a very wonderful author and very talented tarot reader and just brilliant astrologer out of St. Louis. I think I said his name right. He's published lots of books, and he taught me something I didn't know about Mercury retrograde, because we hear a lot, don't sign contracts, right? But he said if you have already started negotiations and you've already been in the works for the contract pre Mercury retrograde shadow, then you're good to go, right? You've already done that. So it's just making sure that you're being diligent and reading things during the shadow time now. But if it's already something that you had in the works before, don't be scared. And it also feels like we're signing something and we're saying, like, it could be figuratively, in we're putting the completion in it, and then it's like this whole new cycle is opening up. Also, I like to say I'm burning incense, and the way that the energy of the incense is going, the smoke is going straight up during this reading. It's just very calm, very steady, very direct energy. So we're going to see if it changes. But anyways, that was your reading for July, air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. All right, water signs, happy July and happy birthday to my Cancers out there. Okay, we have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We have the Three of Pentacles. This is the one of the 4 cards this month that is not a major arcana. And it feels like it's because we're getting a little bit of a break, a little bit of breath of fresh air, right? I discussed this a lot in the June reading for the collective of how, go back and listen to the water section from the June reading if you have not, if you're only going to listen to one part of it, because I talk a lot about, how we're more comfortable in this season of the energetic. So that's why it feels like a breather. 3, this is about, think a party of 3, right? This is about working together with other people. It's not 2s or partnership, but 3 is like literally like collaboration, like group, collective type work. Community, right? Teamwork. And this is Pentacles. This is making something. This is doing something. It's not the creative aspect of it. It's the building. When I'm saying making and doing, it's the building. It's the working together. So July is a great time for manifesting with other people, working with other people, doing group circles with other people, collabing with other people. We're not necessarily going to sign contracts or anything like we just talked about with, Mercury retrograde, but we're going to start collabing. We're going to start getting the ideas out there. It's a great opportunity for teaching in even learning, right? Working with other people. This just is I just keep hearing collab, find a mentor, be a mentor, even if it is you just speaking your truth. And maybe you want to go live and talk about a story or share something. Maybe you want to do a vulnerable Facebook post, but it just feels like it's a really good time energetically to be putting love into the collective, speaking into the collective, putting your voice into the collective, being heard, being seen, allowing yourself to be heard, allowing yourself to be seen. A lot of co-creation for the collective through your own words and through your own doing. Let's see. Really making sure that you're leaning into mutually beneficial relationships, right? So remember, we don't want to overgive as people that give a lot, but even the Spirit is saying, like, this is a good time to call in community for the future, call in partnership, call in an idea, call in somebody that you want to maybe work with, like call in whatever it is that you need, community, whatever it is for you, teamwork. Also, like, ask if you're already in a partnership, if you're already working with other people, say, hey guys, like, I would really love to take on this role. Hey guys, I'd really love to do this. Hey guys, like, I'd really like to, let this part of this go, but I'm really interested in doing this, right? So I'm getting a lot of speaking up for yourself right now, standing up for yourself. It's not this assertive or aggressive way. It's just a very matter of fact, like, hey, this is the role I want to take. Hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to move. It just feels very collective, gentle. It feels like we have a weight lifted off of us right now, and it's just moving through things with more faith. And they're saying too, like, any anxious feelings that are coming up, we're letting them go. We're letting them go. Spirit is literally saying, just for now, just be soft and just lean into faith, and just say, what if everything is always working out for me? What if everything is always working out for me? Maybe everything I've ever dreamed of is going to come true. Maybe everything is always lined out exactly like I needed, and I have divine timing all the time. And maybe I am divinely protected. It's like this soft tone of like, can we just trust? Can we just have faith? Maybe just give us a month. Spirit says, just give us a month every day of just trusting us and allowing us to show up for you. And you can see how wonderful and how beautiful things really always are working out for you. Also, I have no idea why, but I feel like Just a little bit of the breaking up of the energy. It feels like we need to break up a little bit of the energy and just break up a little bit of that aura and that heart space. Shake it out. Deep breath. Let it go. If we need to do that on a daily basis, if we need to do that anytime we have feelings arise, just pause, surrender, allow that little breakup in energy, shake it off, move it through you, however you need it, and then invite spirit back in to be close to you and to speak to you and to feel, for you to feel their messages and to you to just like restore that faith with them. So anytime you're not, anytime you get anxious, anytime you feel tough, anytime you feel and you start to lose that faith, again, we're just going to break it up. We're going to pause. We're going to come back to ourselves. And then we're going to remember for the 100th time, because it's true. Everything is always working out for you. Okay, water signs. Happy birthday, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right, now we have our Earth, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. We have the Strength card. I love this Strength card. It's so pretty. I love how her face goes to both. I love the little infinity symbol up here. The lamb, and instead of it being a lion, so it's a little bit more gentle. I always go to this like heart around her necklace. Okay, and the number 8, right, which is a card of abundance. This is a strong card, not just because it's a strength card, because it's this strong energy card, because it is it's a major arcana, right? So this is a card of courage, but also calmness. I always describe this card as, imagine there's like this warrior, there's always guys fighting, and it's like back in the day, medieval, and then in walks the queen, and they all just stop and take a knee, because she exudes her power and her strength in such a calm and still way that she didn't have to say or do anything besides be present. It's that kind of energy. Also, at the end of July, we do step into Leo season. So a little bit, it's almost, we have this like Cancer energy, almost like morphing into the Leo season at the end. It's a card about being graceful, a graceful leader. I hear being a graceful leader, acknowledgement that you are a gifted healer in the way that you stand in your truth and you stand in that stable, grounded energy. Somebody needs to hear that, like that is such a thing that you have, right? Like that is not a made up feeling. Like when you are like, I am grounded in my body, I can hold space for people because of this. Like I can do this. I really genuinely feel like I can do this thing for people and hold space in these places that maybe other people can't. And it feels good in my body and I can transmute it without being emotionally attached or anything like that. Like that is something that somebody needs to hear too. Feels very Taurus energy. Let's see. Also be making sure, like, I feel like a lot of compassion is coming up for you this month. Like a little more compassion to self, but also like a realization of like compassion for the collective, and kind of like seeing yourself as part of the collective, and like how you're a part of the collective, right? Like how are you influencing the collective? How are you influencing the energy of the people around you? Whether it's the people you're in the car with on a road trip, the server that you're interacting with, your friend group, an event that you're working, but there's like something being said about like how like your energy is affecting, and like your spirit's asking you to check in with how you're showing up for the collective. Let's see. I'm sorry, I burp a lot when I do energy work, and there's a lot of energy coming through in this reading right now. Also, I just hear like be brave. Be brave, because there are bigger roles that you're stepping into, and there are greater things that you're doing, and it feels like you can carry other people with you, again, like that, what I was just saying about like your ability to do that. But with that, there is great responsibility. So also making sure that you're being soft, and making sure that you're staying soft, and that you're being gentle with yourself. I think depending, I have a Virgo moon, and I am harder on I give so much leeway to other people that I don't give to myself. I empathize with other people, but then I don't give myself the same empathy. I have so much understanding, and I don't like let things slide, but I say, like, I understand why that person acts the way that they do. It doesn't mean I accept shitty behavior, but I don't do that for myself. So that's the message, Earth signs, right? Is that like all these things you're doing for other people apply to yourself. Also, I hear some of the judgmental reflection thing, the judgmental things that you're putting on other people is a reflection of your own shit. So maybe it's like, oh, you find yourself judging like somebody doing something in particular, and then if you really look at yourself, you think, well, you know what? That's actually a reflection of me, because although I would never do that, I kind of wish I was the kind of person that would do that, because it feels like they get off way easier than everybody else, right? I can use an example too. Like, I have never, even in my younger prime, never used my looks or my body or anything like that to get ahead. So I used to be very triggered whenever I would see women posting certain things on social media. I'd be like, they look fucking amazing. I would never talk bad about the way they looked. I would never say anything. But it was more like, God, your whole personality is your boobs? Shit, I should have made my whole personality my boobs. But then I think that's just that I never took the quote unquote easy way out. Not that that's the easy way out. I'm not even saying that. But I just I always worked hard for the things that I got. And so that I have to acknowledge that's a reflection of me. That's my own trigger. That's my own shit. It's not even a judgment of the person. It's a situation of me thinking, well, fuck, I wish that I could just do things the easy way, but I can't. That's my own problem, right? So I hope that resonates with somebody in the way that I described that. Just one final message here, Earth signs, is that being deliberate with how you use your strengths and how you move forward is a big thing for you this month, right? Like, knowing that you have these strong capabilities, and Spirit is saying check in where you are using your quote unquote superpowers, and be diligent with that, and be very aware of how you're affecting those around you, but also at the same time being very gentle with yourself and giving yourself the same compassion and understanding. I also just realized I have my hands across my heart, my chest, like I'm giving myself a hug. So I love you always and forever, Earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Alrighty, we have fire, we have Leo. So your birthday is at the end of this month. I love a July Leo, and I'm a Leo rising. Not to bypass Cancer season because I'm a Cancer sun. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Your card is the number 7 card, which is interesting because the card before this we just read was the number 8 card, and it's the Chariot. One of the things that really stands out to me in the big front of this card versus in the other depictions of some chariots where they're on the sides is the masculine and feminine, the dark and the light at the front, the movement at the front of this card. Oop, the train is honking in the background to confirm. So the way that I see this card energetically speaking to me is like, this is full steam ahead. This is movement ahead. This is action. Like, this person in the back, they're good, right? They're not in here hiding. They're ready to go. They're strategically holding on. They're on the lookout. They're ready to pounce, right? Like, they're trusting that these horses are leading them the way that they're going, and they're not fucking hiding in the buggy, right? Like, this person is out and ready to fucking go. So it's a lot about victory and action and being determined and really just like harnessing like the forward momentum and harnessing that fire energy. Like, we just stepped into fire season, and there's 5 seasons in the Chinese calendar. I said this, I think, in one of the 2 previous readings. It's that, like, we're in the fire season, right? So for like Cancers, being in like the emotional water sun season in like the Chinese zodiac, right? We're in fire season for fire signs. So it's like, harness it, like, you use, there's not even opposing energies, right? It's like using anything that feels like it is going against you. Spirit says, figure out how to harness it and take it with you. Figure out how to, like, when people like, oh the candle, the incense is doing the strangest thing right now. I'm going to have to turn it so you can see. Look what is happening and coming off this incense. There's a straight line going up. And then there's this, it got shy, but y'all saw it. The little bubblies. That was a very interesting. Now it's like, it's the energy is moving very different than it was earlier. It's fascinating. Sorry, I don't even do that as a way to be distracted. I do it as that, like, that's like a random message coming through. There's more. Honestly, that looks like this lines that were just coming through here. So yeah, so it's like, it's funny this way they say this in my head. It's like when we use people's faults against them, right? Like, it's like doing that in for power for you. We're like, but it's like people are trying, like, using the things that people hold against you to harness your power for the good. Oh, you think I don't know how to sit down and be still? Let me show you how fucking fast I can get shit done. Like, that type of energy. Oh, you think I talk too much and you think I jump to conclusions? Let me beautifully articulate and spread this word and this message about my business or myself or my feelings in such a great way that it reaches other people. And like, see, I'm authentic with my voice, and it good for me, right? Um, uh, let's see. I just feel it in my chest. It's like a lot of determination, a lot of just reaching and grabbing for where we're going, a lot of forward momentum. It also says like it feels like there's a decision about like this is who I am and this is what I want, and I've been on the cusp of it, and fuck it, I'm just gonna go for it. I feel like that's kind of coming up in these. I said that at 333 on the timer. This other energy, so it's like Spirit says, like you get to decide who you are. You get to decide what you want in your life. You get to decide the directions you go. You get to decide your future. You get to decide what you wake up and do every single day. And so it's time to like really make choices and really like say, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. Again, I'm going to go back to the Mercury retrograde thing with people being like, oh, you shouldn't do this. Oh, it is a time of reflecting and renewing and going within. And that's what we're talking about. We're saying, yes, I put a lot of thought to this. Yes, I put a lot of work into this. Yes, I know who I am. I know what I want to become. I know where I want to go in this life. And so I'm going to start putting a fucking pen to paper and I'm going to figure out how to make that happen. And then I'm going to start moving towards things, right? It's because we're putting things into motion right now. Again, this person is not hiding. They're up here. They're ready. They're waiting for the opportunities and they're trusting that this duality in front of them is working for them. You know, and I say that because it's the black and the white. It's the yin and the yang. It's the balance between the feminine and the masculine. It feels like we have this balance between like, okay, I'm going to use my head and my heart. And where's the center of it? And when I'm balancing my energy in my head and my heart to move forward, it feels good in my gut, right? And that is how we know how to move forward in making decisions. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, it kind of bounces off a little bit of the earth energy too, where we're being mindful that we're not trampling other people while we're doing this. Okay, we're not harming other people while we're doing this, but this is I'm in my own lane and I'm in the fast lane. And everybody's in you want to get the fast lane with me? We're going. If not, you can get over. But everybody in the fast lane is going just as fast as I am. So, all right. I love that for you. Fire signs, Leo, my rising sign, Aries, and Sagittarius. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure to check out my Cancer season readings and to give me a subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any of my collective readings or any of my live readings. Also, as always, any likes, shares, or comments, I very much appreciate. Have a great July.